So when I think about ninjas, I invariably think about Sho Kosugi or this man, Michael Dudikoff. So Michael Joseph Stephen Dudikoff Jr. was born on the 8th of October 1954 in Redondo Beach, California, in the good old US of A. He was the son of a Russian-American father who was a US military veteran, I believe, and he was also the son of a French-Canadian mother who was a pianist. That's a pianist, if you can't understand my accent, or if you have a dirty mind, not the other word. So Michael is the fourth of 5 children, grew up in a pretty big family, grew up in the Los Angeles suburbs, and he was diagnosed with dyslexia as a child. And to fund his studies in child psychology, which I guess he became interested in with the dyslexia at Harbour College, he worked a bunch of odd jobs, including at a rehabilitation centre for abused youth and as a waiter. And Dudikoff's career in entertainment began quite unexpectedly when he started modelling during the late 70s. He'd been discovered by a fashion editor while waiting tables, and he quickly rose in high fashion, working for brands like Calvin Klein and appearing in GQ magazine and getting international gigs in New York, Los Angeles and Milan. And this led to a few commercials and some small acting roles in things like Dallas and Happy Days. And his early film credits included bit parts in Tron in 1982 and Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks in 1984. But his really big break came in 1985 when Canon Films cast him as Private Joe Armstrong in American Ninja. It was a low-budget martial arts film that grossed over $10 million domestically, even though it was shot on a budget of $1 million. And with no prior martial arts training, Dudikoff was trained on set by choreographer Mike Stone, and he was paired with frequent collaborator Steve James, kickstarting a very fruitful years-long collaboration between the pair. And producers Menahem Golan and Joran Globus saw a lot of star potential in him, and they signed him to a multi-picture deal. So he became a staple of Canon's action output, I guess you'd say, portraying stoic heroes in direct-to-video thrillers, kind of like an apprentice Chuck Norris. And at his peak, he starred in sequels like American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, and American Ninja 4, The Annihilation, but he skipped the third one due to typecasting concerns and opposition to filming in apartheid-era South Africa. The opposition to apartheid helped out the cause, but unfortunately the typecasting thing didn't. He did a bunch of other movies like Avenging Force and Platoon Leader. And by the late 90s and early 2000s, his output had shifted a bit to straight-to-video fare like Soldier Boys, Quicksand. And after that, he took a bit of a decade-long hiatus and went into real estate, of all things. But he returned sporadically in the 2010s, voicing characters in video games, appearing in documentaries like Electric Boogaloo, The Wild Untold Story of Canon Films. And then he came back and did a few roles like Navy SEALs vs. Zombies in 2015, Fury of the Fist and the Golden Fleece, and a few other films that I can't remember right now. As of 2025, he remains pretty active in martial arts circles. He holds black belts in karate, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, trains under the likes of Jorge and Gracie. But he keeps a low profile, and he's spoken about overcoming dyslexia and about his athletic background, which kind of aided his action hero persona, of course, despite his initial lack of martial arts experience. For me, he'll always be remembered as the American Ninja. The first American Ninja movie saw him playing a bit of an outcast on a foreign US military base, getting into fisticuffs with, you guessed it, ninjas, as well as his platoon mates. And this was the first time he teamed up with Steve James, who had quite a career himself, appearing in movies like The Warriors and Delta Force, And possibly my favourite of his, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. And Dudikoff's love interest is played by Judy Aronson, who was in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and Weird Science. And his sensei was played by a guy called, I think, John Fujioka, who was also in They Call Me Bruce. Another favourite movie. And the rest was history, with American Ninja 2 being superior to the first, kind of like The Godfather 2 or The Empire Strikes Back. I've never seen the last 3 American Ninja movies, but I might have to check them out someday. They sound quite absurd, especially the post-apocalyptic one. And no doubt they're like Citizen Kane anyway, compared to most of what's streaming on Netflix. So, yeah, that is Michael Dudikoff. Possibly the last American action hero, last real American action hero, in my opinion. I don't count people like Jason Statham, because obviously they're not American. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. I try to upload on a fairly regular basis. They're either like little mini biographies like this, or film reviews, or I present public domain features on the program that we call Public Domaniacs. So if you have enjoyed what you've seen today, by all means, please leave some comments below if you have any thoughts on American Ninja, or on Michael Dudikoff, or on other Michael Dudikoff movies that I should check out that I may not have seen. And if you are enjoying the content here on the channel, do a brother a favour, let me know how my driving is by liking, sharing and subscribing. It really does help the channel out, and prevents me from thinking that I'm just shouting into the void. But otherwise, I'm off to enjoy the rest of my evening. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, or morning, or afternoon, whatever time it may be in your part of the world. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take it easy.